A barrel racing horse is a controlled runaway. It's controlled, but it's running away at the same time.
I'm worried about him hurting somebody. I'm worried about him hurting me, himself. I thought I could fix his problems, but I haven't been able to. I just have no control over the horse, and he needs a lot of work.
Come on! You're not riding! I'm yelling at you to get you to step up to another level.
I brought him all the way to Clinton's Ranch because he had no consolation for anything but himself. He was pretty much dangerous to me and anybody else around us.
Competition can give even the most seasoned athlete a case of the nerves. But when the athlete in question is a horse, it can be downright dangerous.
The main goal when I first purchased him was I just wanted a seasoned barrel horse, something that I could run barrels on and have fun and be competitive in, but this is what I got. It's pretty obvious he has no control. Whether I want to ride him, warm him up, run a barrel race, I just have no control over the horse.
Unfortunately for Samantha, lack of control is just one of Dash's deficiencies.
He was a real fast horse, and that's a big upgrade from the last horse I had. I had a real accurate horse before, now I have a real inaccurate fast horse. And I thought I could fix his problems, but I haven't been able to. I think the biggest problem that he really has is when he gets to a barrel race, he sees the other horses running in and out of the ring, and when I get to the ring, he acts like an idiot. My main goal in even coming down here is just in hopes that I can gain some control of him. It's pretty obvious he has no control. Whether I want to ride him, warm him up, run a barrel race, I just have no control over the horse, and he needs a lot of work.
This is the Omni series. This is one that we're very proud of. This comes in a 2-drink and it comes in a 1-drink model. This one is set up so that it is going to water both sides of the fence. We designed this product primarily with the horse in mind because we wanted the nice soft edges all the way around through here so the horse can't get hurt on it. This unit is designed with the best of both worlds, with the heavy insulation in the plastic and the stainless steel trough that has 2 heaters. There's one on both sides. They're 125-watt heaters, sitting up against the pan but isolated from the water, and they're heavily insulated so they're safe for your horses. There's also a supply line heater that runs down your supply line to keep that from freezing in the winter as well. The cover itself, easy to get off. You just pull it off, no tools necessary at all. But your horses can't get it off. The horses, they might be able to lift a little bit on one side, but they can't lift the whole thing.
Ritchie products are made tough, they're durable, they can withstand horses' abuse. This allows us to offer a 10-year warranty. Our waters are also backed by customer service representatives at the factory that are more than happy to help you with any issues that you have, any questions that you have. We're there to help.
For more information about Omni series or any of our other products, go to ritchiefountain.com or ritchieequine.com.
Since 1921, Ritchie provides fresh water on demand 24 hours a day on the coldest winter night and the hottest summer day. The best water on the market, designed to withstand extreme temperatures, save energy, and clean easily. The best value, service, and warranty in the business. Ritchie, fresh water for life.
World-renowned horseman Clinton Anderson is famous for his easy-to-understand method that gets results immediately with any horse. Now you can get the ultimate tutorial of his method in a complete kit. Introducing Down Under Horsemanship's Fundamental Series. Clinton Anderson's signature method is packed with more practical training tools than any on the market today. He details his 8 steps to success, a dynamic and progressive format that makes even the most advanced maneuvers easy to understand and apply. The Clinton Anderson Fundamental Series kit includes 14 instructional DVDs with over 28 hours of brand new footage. Ground penning, groundwork, and riding topics are explored in greater depth and with more useful techniques than ever before. 15 arena mates containing step-by-step illustrations of the DVD lessons in handy pocket-sized booklets you can take to the barn and arena. Plus, you'll get Clinton's beautiful, perfect-bound philosophy book containing over 100 pages of insight and explanation of his method. This complete guide to the fundamentals of Clinton's training method comes packaged in a handy carrying case. Altogether, that's over $800 worth of training innovation, inspiration, and instruction. Now you can get the most in-depth horse training tutorial available for only $5.99. And if you're a No Worries Club member, the kit is yours for only $3.99. That's over $400 in savings. So act now. Restart your training program with all the latest tools for success with the Clinton Anderson Fundamental Series. To order, call or click 1-888-AUSSIE-2 or www.downunderhorsemanship.com.
Clinton has joined the ABI Arena Revolution. His radical new way of keeping his arenas groomed and horses safe is with the Profile Blade technology from ABI. 80% of leg injuries like torn muscles and joint damage are caused by dangerous arena dirt. Profile Blades loosen 100% of the arena with every pass. No more grooves and inconsistent footing, just safe arena dirt left behind. Join Clinton at abiequine.com.
G'day mate, Clinton Anderson here from Down Under Horsemanship, and on today's show we've got a very exciting problem. We have a barrel racing horse that is basically out of control and doesn't do very good at barrel racing, so we're going to fix this horse.
I brought him all the way to Clinton's ranch because I, for starters, couldn't get him in the arena. And when I got him into the arena, I had no control in there either. But I mean, just to get him in the arena alone was a big task. He would try and run other horses over, and he had no consolation for anything but himself.
Well, what we're going to do here today, mate, is we're going to break this into 2 segments for the solving of this problem, okay? First of all, a lot of the reason why your horse doesn't want to go into the arena, and this is very common with barrel racing horses. You've probably seen this before, have you? With horses not wanting to go in?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why barrel racing horses don't want to go into the arena is pretty simple. Think about it from the horse's perspective. Out here, and we'll just call this the warm-up area, okay, or the alleyway. Out here, the horses are around with their buddies, they get to walk, they get to stand and rest, they get rubbed on. Not a lot of bad stuff happens here. But then all of a sudden, as soon as they cross that gate, they gallop on into that arena. And when they gallop into that arena, it's whips and spurs, and it's very, very hectic and reaction. You know, a lot of reactions going on in there, okay? And then as soon as they gallop out, they rest again. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist for the horse to figure out, guess what? When I go in the arena, I feel uncomfortable and I get whipped on, and when I come out of the arena, I get to rest. Right. So it doesn't take very long for your horse to say, I don't want to go in the arena. Right. To begin with, we're going to move him around out here, and I'm going to have you change directions a lot. Lots of left turns, right turns, left turns, right turns, and try to get him listening to you and thinking. Then we're going to take him into the arena and take him up to the first barrel, and we're going to let him rest there. And we're gonna have to do this 5 or 6 times until he associates going into the arena with what? A good experience.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'll kind of walk it to begin with. I want you to initially trot some circles, where you'll trot a circle around, and when I say turn, when you come into this fence, I want you to pull the rein into the fence, do a roll back, and then circle around here. And when you come back around to the gate again, I want you, when I say turn, you're gonna turn into the fence and go back the other way. These are a series of rollbacks, and what rollbacks will do, Samantha, is try to get him working off his hindquarters rather than all of his weight on his front end. Okay, so go ahead and trot some circles right here, mate. Trot some circles. The faster the better too. That's it, just trot some circles. Trot, trot, trot. Trot. That's it, keep going. That's all right. Just trot the circle. See all this acting crazy? Keep going, trot the circle. Go, 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 go. Come on, let's go. Trot the circle. Trot the circle. Trot the circle. That's it. Don't worry about all his craziness. Go back to the circle. Come on. Go to the circle. Go. Kick. Forward. Forward. Drive. Kick him. There you go. Go. Come on. Go. That's it. Just trot the circle. Trot the circle. You're not trying to go anywhere, Samantha. Trot the circle. Trot. That's it. Lope the circle. I don't care if he goes sideways around the circle. Just move. Just do a circle. We're not going to turn just yet. We're just going to get the circle figured out. That's it. That's better. That's the goal. Keep going around. But instead of holding back on the reins, try to put your hands forward a little bit. Only use one rein at a time. That's it. Keep going around. Now, when I say I'm going to have you turn into the fence, keep going around. Keep going around. Do a bigger circle. You should be over there near the gate. I want you over there near that gate. Right? Now, when I get near the gate, I'm going to have you turn. You ready? Turn right. Right rein. Lope bay. Lope. Go, go, go. Lope some circles. Go. Go. Come on. Go. Forward. 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 That's the girl. Forward. You've got to redirect his energy somewhere else. Okay? Come on. Keep going. Look where you want to go. Get up there. There you go. So try not to pull back on both reins. Either pull the left rein or pull the right rein, but don't pull both at the same time. Go. Now turn left into the fence. Go. Lope off. Go. I prefer this to be done at a lope. It works better. Good girl. Now he's getting a little smoother. That was better. That's better, Samantha. Keep going. Now when you get to the gate, turn into the gate. Keep 2 hands on the reins. Ready? Turn. Lope. Go. Go. Excellent. There was a little bit of a rollback right there. That's better. When you turn, Samantha, try to get him to canter out of it quickly. The quicker you leave the turn, the better the turn works out. Now get near the gate, you're going to turn. Get ready, wait. Now. Lope out, go. Good girl. That was excellent.
I really expected to have to do more on the ground. I didn't think I could get as much response from up on top of him, and I think that's probably what our biggest struggle is I didn't feel I could drive so much from up top.
Now when I say I want you to ride into the arena, not at a gallop, and stop at the first barrel. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay? So, just let him, in fact, just let him walk. Just stop. Just let him walk into that first barrel. Little closer. There, rest there, just stop. Rub on him. There we go. So, I want him to think, instead of the barrel racing pattern being a bad deal, I want him to think maybe it's not so bad after all. Maybe it's a pretty good deal to come up here and rest. So you just kind of rub on him there, let him relax. What do you think's important to him right now? What do you think would be a reward for him?
Rest.
Yeah. So instead of being easy out there and hard work in here, we're reversing it. It's hard work out there, easy in here. Well, initially, you know, Samantha and the horse doing the rollbacks wasn't very good, mainly because Samantha wasn't being an active rider, meaning that she wasn't being a very good leader for the horse. She has to look where she wants to go. She has to get a little bit more, I hate to use the word demanding, but it kind of is about, hey, I want to turn now. So it took a few minutes, but after a few minutes, Samantha and the horse really started to gel together and started to actually do some pretty nice stops and turns where he used his hindquarters, he turned, he went back the other way. They actually started looking like a pretty good team because two things. Samantha started being a leader, and at that point, her horse started to become a follower. When you get to the gate, do a rollback. Only pull the right rein. Good girl. Lope, go. Good girl, Samantha. Every 2 circles, do a turn, okay? Wait. Now. Go. Excellent, girl. Now he's using his rear end a little bit better. And you're doing much better. You're not hanging on to both reins, pulling his teeth out now, okay? Turn. Rightio. Now next time around, we're gonna go back to the first barrel again. Now, next time you get to me, turn around and just walk back to the first barrel. Turn around now and walk back to the first barrel.
We did so many rollbacks in the alleyway, and then to let him come up to the first barrel at his own pace and to see him get quieter every single time he went to the first barrel was pretty incredible. The very first time came in cantering, and the very next time came in trotting real slow and then walking, and then he didn't want any part of the alleyway and was like, hey, I want to go to that first barrel. And that happened in all of 15 minutes.
Stay tuned, mate, because after the break, we're going to be back with more innovation, inspiration, and instruction.
Create the ultimate training conditions with the Clinton Anderson Signature Series from Balin Country. The round pen, built to Clinton's personal specifications. We start with automotive-grade high-tensile steel and then use a premium finish to give you years of safe use. The Archgate features a durable and safe piston latch with a permanently mounted striker plate for easy opening and closing. Get the Clinton Anderson Signature Series from Balin Country. There is no other like it.
The Clinton Anderson Fundamental Series revolutionized how to learn and apply the Clinton Anderson method of horse training. Now get ready to experience how the second level of the method gets you one giant step closer to a truly outstanding horse. Introducing the all-new Intermediate Series. Take your horsemanship to a higher level. Challenge yourself to create the horse you've always wanted. Learn the art of achieving true softness and collection throughout his entire body. Gain even more control of your horse's feet on the ground and experience true lightness and suppleness in the saddle. The Clinton Anderson Intermediate Series includes 11 instructional DVDs that cover 33 exercises, emphasizing gaining control of the horse's 5 body parts: the head and neck, pole, shoulders, rib cage, and hindquarters, in the simple yet effective way only Clinton can impart. 15 arena mates, in which Clinton takes you one at a time through the 8 steps to success. Clinton's acclaimed teaching style that has helped thousands of horse owners around the world. Until you've ridden a horse trained with a method, you haven't experienced the ultimate level of control and collection. So take the next step to refine your skills, improve your feel, timing, and experience, and advance you and your horse at a faster rate. Like the Fundamental Series, the Clinton Anderson Intermediate Series comes packaged in a handy carrying case and contains over $600 worth of training expertise, education, and advice for the low price of $5.99 or $3.99 for No Worries Club members. So act now. Take your training program to the next level with a Clinton Anderson Intermediate Series. 888-287-7432. DownUnderHorsemanship.com.
The horse is one of nature's marvels, designed for speed, agility, and strength of heart, but not for the heavy weight of a rider, the jerk of a steer, the stress of repeated sharp turns, or big stops. For all those demands, the Legacy Sport Boot improves on what nature designed. The Legacy Fetlock Cradle System mimics the design of the ligament, adding strength to reinforce what nature designed. The classic equine Legacy Sport Boot, working with nature since 1994.
Well, the whole purpose of doing the rollbacks and the turns that Samantha was doing was to gain control of the horse's feet. Remember, you gain control of your horse or get his respect by moving his feet forwards, backwards, left and right. So the more turns that we did 2 things. It got the horse listening to Samantha, and in turn it gave her control. So that way when we brought the horse into the arena and we started working around the barrels, if she wants to turn in or out, at least she's got a steering wheel now. where before she did the rollbacks, her steering wheel was very poor. You know, she had a car that she had very little control of. Okay, Samantha, come back to the first barrel. I want you to lope 10 or 15 circles around this barrel. Look at the barrel. Look at the barrel. Keep loping. Lope. Come on, get closer to the barrel. Come on, if you're doing a barrel race, how close do you want to be? That's the girl. Look at the barrel. Don't look at him. He ain't going anywhere. Look at the barrel. Look where you want to go. Focus your energy on where you want to go. That's a pretty nice circle right there. Get in closer. Come on. Especially on this backside. There. That's it. Okay? Now, next time around, go to the second barrel and do the same thing. Lope around it. Lope around it. Lope around it. Tighter. Come on, look at the barrel. You're standing there looking at his head. Look at the barrel. Forget him. That's the girl. Look at the barrel. Look how wide you are on this turn. Come on, tighter. Especially not there, but on this back side. Get in there, make him work. Push him out on that side a little bit. And bring him in on this side. Push him out on that side. See that? Push him out. That's all right, I'll pick it up. Keep going around, keep going around. He don't get a rest for knocking the barrel over. Push him out over there a little bit, bring him in here. That's better. Now push him out there, bring him in here. Push him out there, that's better. The second step on day number 2 was getting the horse to bend and soften and bend around her inside leg. And we started that, and also getting the horse to move off her leg and two-track or shoulder in, shoulder out away from her. That way, when she goes up to the barrel, she at least had enough control to push the horse away from the barrel if he was crowding it too much. Push him out. That's better. Push him out. Good girl. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't quit on me. Okay? Again, a lot of this is going to be taken care of when we get some actual control of his body. Go back out again, turn around, come back. Keep pushing him out. There. Push him out. There you go. A little bit better. Look at your barrel. That was a little better. Feel that? Now go to your second barrel. Except when you get up to the second barrel, as soon as he goes to turn left, lope right. Wait. That's it. Come back here. Lope a couple circles around this one again. Getting a little lazier now, isn't he? Tighter circle, come on. And go back to the barrel. This time, let him get turned a little bit more around it. Come back over here. The reason I'm having you turn left and right, I want him to tune into you. He just completely ignores you going around the barrel. Come on, lope around it and go back to that one. We're almost done. Lope at the barrel. Right, lope back to the second one. Push him off a little bit. Lope, lope. Now what did you notice that time when he got around the barrel?
He was listening more.
Did you notice he didn't shoulder in as bad?
Yeah. The rollbacks were pretty frustrating, to say the least. He was not really all there in the turns, and I wasn't all there picking him up, and I was trying to grab with both reins instead of the one rein like he wanted me to, and we certainly weren't all together on it. So it was very, very frustrating to have him turn and get down so hard but not do it correctly. He was doing it in the front and then not in the back, and then when he finally did do it in the back, it was like, wow, this really actually doesn't hurt to ride anymore. So it was a big difference to see that a correct rollback is not a very hard thing to ride out.
Go around the second barrel. When you get on the back side of it, turn out. There. Go back to the third barrel. This time, go all the way around it. Push him off. Turn right. Go around the barrel. Turn left. Turn right. Come back to the first barrel. Just let him walk back to the first barrel.
To listen to his logic in hindsight and say that he had me turn out from the barrel, it makes perfect sense, but I certainly didn't come up with it myself. So it wasn't an easy thing to say, yeah, I understand it and it looks great, but I had to come to Texas to figure that out.
Did you notice that when you did that a few times, when I eventually made you go around that barrel, what did you notice on the second barrel?
He was so much better around
Well, what
it.
was better about it?
Well, he stayed off of the barrel. He
He
listened
stayed
to
off
my
the
leg.
barrel.
Yeah.
He didn't shoulder in, did he?
No, not at all.
Because he was listening to you. But when he gets so much on autopilot and so much on the pattern, they do it wrong. They got to do it correct. Okay? Now, some barrel racers watching this are going to say, well, that's terrible, turning them away from the barrel. That'll make them worse. They don't know what they're talking about. I can guarantee you.
Right.
It won't make him worse. It'll make him better. Now, I'm sure that if every time you rode up to the barrel, you turned away from it every time,
Right, then
yes,
he'd start doing that.
he'd start doing that. But we're not going to do that. We're only going to do that when he anticipates.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If he anticipates, we turn out a lot. If he doesn't anticipate, we let him do the turn.
Right.
Okay? Same thing with the third barrel. As soon as he gets on the back side of it, he caves in again, doesn't he? Okay? Let him rest here for 15 minutes. If you'd like more information, mate, on any of my products, including my handy stick, my halter and lead rope, or the Legacy boots, click on my website at downunderhorsemanship.com or call the number listed on the screen and we'll send you a free catalog, mate.
Can you help me? I'm looking for the best product for wounds and skin irritations.
Sure can. Hey, Jenny, toss me a bottle of Vetricin. Vetricin is non-toxic and it's a great solution for all animals.
Perfect. Thank you.
We're looking for great testimonials, so tell us your Vetricin story on Facebook.
The way horses move is a thing of beauty, but we all know that 4 legs can mean 4 times the likelihood of problems. When the horses I care for are wounded or sore, I know just what to have on hand. 3M Animal Care Solutions.
Animal Lintex poultice pads come in a convenient, ready-to-use pad or in hook-shaped pads that aid in wound healing. Gain G highly absorbent padding is ideal when wrapping delicate legs for shipping and wrapping sore or wounded legs. For over 40 years, 3M Vet Wrap bandaging tape has been relied on by horsemen for compression, protection, and support. Comes in a great selection of colors and sizes. And now, 3M Veterinary Elastic Adhesive Tape, like the popular human version, is available for equine athletes too. Strong, yet conformable. It custom fits around hard-to-tape areas.
So don't fret when your horse is hurt. Keep him comfortable and protected with reliable wound care solutions from 3M Animal Care. For more information, visit www.3m.com/animal care.
Horses need grain.
Not true. Research has shown that equine grain-associated disorders can be a threat to domestic horses. That's why Glow for Life feeds from ADM Alliance Nutrition go against the grain with premium low-starch, high-fat, high-fiber formulations to feed horses the way they're meant to eat, for life. For a limited time, get a free customized feeding plan for your horse at growstrong.com. That's GROstrong.com.
Step up your horsemanship with the Clinton Anderson method. Now available in a complete set. Fundamentals starts you on your journey to ultimate control. As you learn to communicate with your horse, earn his trust and respect, and gain control of his body. Intermediate opens the door to ultimate performance as you build on your knowledge to create a safe, willing, and supple partner you control with a feather-light touch. And now, all new, Advanced, delivers ultimate inspiration to fine-tune your application of the method and reach the highest level of horsemanship. Clinton Anderson offers you the ultimate collection of his wildly popular training method kits at a packaged price.
Now we're back here again, mate, with Samantha and a barrel racing horse. And in the last day, Samantha and I have been practicing some suppling techniques and some of the exercises that we showed you in the first part of the show yesterday. So we did a little bit of that off camera, and today would be the third day that I've worked with her and a horse. Now, if you remember, the first day, all we were concerned about is getting the horse to want to go into the arena and have a good feeling about going in there, not be apprehensive, defensive, etc. And we did that by what? You know, working the horse outside and then bringing him in, Samantha, and letting him rest. And we did that maybe a dozen times until he got comfortable coming into the arena. And then what we did yesterday was we started doing some suppling exercises, getting the horse to bend, getting the horse to move off a leg, etc. Now, the reason why I worked with Samantha yesterday off camera is because I just needed more time to practice, to be perfectly honest. You know, this horse is 11 years of age, okay? He was a racehorse for 3 to 4 years, and then since then he's been barrel racing. So I've got, you know, 7, 8 years of a lack of foundation on this particular horse that we're trying to overcome. So I'm not a miracle worker. We can't make him perfect in one session. Yesterday, he was a lot better than the day before, wasn't he? Yes. But today, we've even seen a bigger improvement from there. Well, you know, in this particular show, we didn't do any groundwork with the horse, mainly just because of time restraints. You know, Samantha came down from Ohio. She could only be down here for 3 days, so I couldn't fix everything in 3 days. So I kind of had to pick the biggest problems first. The biggest thing I want you to do now is take him out there in the middle and let's start to bend him around and soften him and get him to bend around your inside leg. Because what this is going to do is it's going to discourage him from wanting to dive into those barrels so much. When you pull his nose, Samantha, all he wanted to do was cave into the inside of the circle. That's it, I like that there, okay? So rather than pulling up kind of towards the saddle horn, put your hand on your knee a little bit here on your leg and kind of pull up to your hip and release. Now, I said to you yesterday that when you're barrel racing, I don't have a problem with you using the short reins. But when you're training, when you go home, I'd rather you get a longer pair of reins. One thing that I mentioned to Samantha several times is the equipment. You know, she's got these short little barrel racing reins, which are very good to barrel race in. But when you're training the horse and you're trying to, you know, work with him without racing, you don't want them so short because you can't give the horse any slack. So she had a bad habit of always hanging onto the horse's mouth. And all that did is made the horse throw his head up in the air and want to fight her even more. Here's what I want you to do here. When you go to bend him, I want you to turn your toe out and your heel in, and I want you to roll that heel up like that so that you really bend that rib cage around that leg. Does that make sense? Now, if he goes out too much, just use your outside leg a little bit. You know what I mean? If he goes to move sideways away from you. But you've got to get some of this lateral flexion on him, okay? Now bend him around the other way. What do you notice different about his head and neck today?
It's a lot lower.
It's a lot lower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is it normally?
Above the saddle horn.
Above the saddle horn. He's running around stargazing half his life, okay? See, when you get your horses broke, you don't need tie downs, okay? You don't need big beats. You'll be able to ride him in a snaffle and go barrel race him in a snaffle, okay? But the reason why people have tie downs and big bits is because they're covering up their lack of horsemanship. And I realize I probably just annoyed a few people just then, but that's the reality of the truth, okay? Those things cover up your horse's sorry broke. It's just that simple. Get your horses broke and you won't need that. That's it. Forward and around, forward and around. Every time he gives that face and bends, release your hand forward a few inches. See, he's got to learn to give to that pressure. That's it. Excellent. Now bend him around the other way. So this is what we call our bending next. Forward. See, don't stop your forward motion. Keep going forward. Don't stop forward. You've got to get that forward motion. That's better. That's better. Forward motion. Pull it and release it. I want that nose to drop down towards your big toe. Turn your inside toe out. Heel in. There. Bend that rib cage. Now go the other way. Keep him going forward. Don't see how you stopped him. But that's your fault. You just pulled on the reins there. Because when you changed hands, your reins are so short, you just pull on them. Now let him out of it and keep going forward. Let him out. Keep going forward. You're almost ready to stop again. Now go the other way. That's what I'm saying. Don't stop the forward motion. Keep the forward motion there. You can't beat anybody at a standstill. You've got to get him to go forward. Now let it out. Go forward. Don't stop on me. Go the other way. Now that was better. Okay? So I notice his head and neck is a lot lower.
Yeah.
We didn't ask his head to get lower, okay? We asked him to bend and soften, and this is the result you get from it. Next thing we want to do is let's practice moving his shoulder off, okay? So move forward now, put 2 hands on the rein, just go straight forward. Tip his nose a little bit to the right and put your right leg on and see if you can move him off that leg. Roll your spur, roll that spur. There, look at his head. Don't look off. Keep going. There, now turn loose. Turn loose, go forward. When I say turn loose, it means go forward, forward. Now tip his head the other way, move him off that leg. Don't bend his head quite so much. Just pick up both hands on the reins. Point your right hand out the side. There you go. There, move that shoulder off like that. Now turn loose. That means just let him walk. Now pick him up the other way. But don't pull your left hand out the side. Look, point with your outside hand where you want that shoulder to go. That's better. Kick harder with that leg. Right leg, not left. As soon as you kicked him with the left leg then, what did he do?
Right.
He went right. Okay, that's my point. If you want him to move off your leg, you can only have one leg on at the same time. Now turn him loose. Now pick him up and move him off the other way. There we go. I love that softness there. So now when you come into a barrel, you have the ability to pick him up and push him out. So now right up to the second barrel now, and as soon as you get to it, push him way off it. Because that barrel here was real bad about diving in. Now push him way off it, keep going out, keep going out. There, now right up to this first barrel. And when you get up to it, push him way off again, over near the fence. Pick him up, push him off, push him off. There you go. He's like most barrel racing horses. When they go into the barrel race, they do this. They check out with you mentally. They're like, hey, I know the pattern, I know what I'm doing, you just hang on and try and stay alive. And that'd be okay if they did it correctly, but most of them don't. Most of them start shouldering in, most of them run past the barrel, most of them do all kinds of goofy stuff that's not necessary because they're not tuned back into you. I need him to understand the pattern and I need him to want to do his job, but I need to make sure he'll let me guide him. So if he starts making a mistake, let's say he's shouldering in too much, I can what? Push him out. If he leans out too much, I can put my outside leg on and push him back in. So all these control exercises are important, but now we've got to put him in conjunction with the barrel because he's been doing the pattern so long now, and especially doing it wrong, that as soon as he gets near a barrel, what does he do?
Dives in.
He shuts you out. He dives in, but he shuts you out. I need him to understand that barrel doesn't mean go around it necessarily. Right. The barrel means if I let you go around it, you can go around it, but I may not let you go around it. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Now, some people watching this are going to say, well, that's terrible, turning a horse away from the barrel and not letting them go around it. They're going to pattern up like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a cutting horse. They're going to cow up. But if you let them cow up too much, all they do is dive into that turn. You've got to make them stop and shape up and hold that shoulder up and wait and then turn when it's correct.
Are you a goal-oriented horse owner who strives for excellence in riding, training, and horse management? Then read what top trainers, clinicians, veterinarians, and horse behaviorists are saying within the pages of Horse and Rider magazine. Inside, you'll find tightly focused articles on Western training from the pros who know. Whether you're a recreational rider or a competitor, Horse and Rider magazine is your source for hands-on, user-friendly training techniques. Discover step-by-step how-to articles from its team of avid horse-owning editors, backed by expert Western trainers and clinicians. Horse and Rider magazine is the only reader-to-pro consultation resource of its kind, giving you personal perspectives from top pros and people like you. Get the best advice that puts you on the fast track to achieve excellence in riding, training, and horse management, including barn management techniques, riding practices, and reader-oriented consumer advice. Call 877-717-8928 to begin your subscription, or go to horseandrider.com and click subscribe.
If you're serious about living the dream, it doesn't get more real than this. Let famed Aussie horseman Clinton Anderson turn your dreams into reality. Clinton Anderson opens the gates to his world-famous Down Under Horsemanship Ranch in Stephenville, Texas. You could see Clinton in action on tour. You could practice his methods at home. But there is nothing like getting instant feedback from Clinton himself. Book your clinic now and set out on an adventure of a lifetime for you and your horse.
Horse 360 increases your knowledge about your horse's anatomy through 3 powerful and fun learning tools. First is the learning game. This is going to teach you about the anatomy of the horse piece by piece. Second is the recall game. This is going to help you remember the knowledge you've learned in the learning game. Third is Vet Talk. Vet Talk is designed to help you become more knowledgeable when discussing issues with your veterinarian, farrier, trainer, and friends. Want to be a better horseman? Download Horse 360 from iTunes today. You'll be pleased you did, mate. Next thing we're going to do is now we're going to go back to more of the pattern. I want you to go outside and I want you to come in. And then I want you to go around the first barrel, but as soon as you start to go around it, okay, I want you to spin him to the outside, turn him to the outside. The purpose of getting the horse to turn the opposite direction was to do the opposite of what the horse wants to do. If he wants to go right, you go left. If he wants to go left, you go right. If you do that enough times, pretty soon the horse says, hey, I'm not picking a direction because every direction I pick is wrong. When the horse started waiting for Samantha to give the cue to go around the barrel, then he quit knocking him over. But as long as he thought he was in control and he was going to call the shots, he knocked it over every time. So if he wants to go really fast, you just let him. He'll figure out that's not much fun here in a second. Good girl, good girl. All I want to do is I want him to say, these people are crazy. We never turn out in a barrel racing pattern like this. I want him to say, man, this girl doesn't know where she's going. Because when he starts thinking about you, Samantha, he'll quit thinking about running over the barrels. Go back out and do it again.
Clinton's a pusher. He certainly is a pusher. He's very easy to understand for the most part. I mean, he says go around a barrel, I may go around it to the next, and he meant really go around it 5 times. So, but he's very easy to understand. He's easy to work with, and he will push you to the mark. And you're not really going to get anywhere unless you're pushed to the mark.
I want you to run like there's $1 million on the line. Right. Does that make sense? Yep. At any point he really chumps you bad, shut him down and let's correct it. Right. I just want to see where we're at with him. I just want to see when we add the speed, what does he do? Right. So go out there. Now when you go out there, I want you to warm him up by loping some circles and doing a few rollbacks. Okay. Because that's how I would tell you to warm him up at a competition. Okay. Okay? And then come on in and act serious. Right. Okay? So go out there, trot him out there. You notice he's a lot more relaxed about leaving the arena?
He is.
And next time around, come into the arena. Ready? Go. Come on. You're not riding. Go. Come on, ride, woman. Get up there. Go. Come on, ride. There's $1 million on the line. I've seen old ladies ride faster than you. Go. Come on. Yeah, bend him around. You don't look like you ride to where you want to go. Right. You don't look like you're in the game. You look like a passenger most of the time. Ride like you want to beat somebody.
Right.
Ride like you're trying to get from point A to point B. So as soon as you get halfway around that barrel, I'd be looking at that out gate. Because if you're looking down at him, it's too late.
The biggest problem, Clinton pointed out pretty quickly that I wasn't really driving my horse. And it didn't even really occur to me how important it is for this horse in particular. He needs drove the whole way. And if you're not up there totally driving him, he's gonna do his own thing. And if I don't drive him, I have no horse. I have no barrel horse.
Let's go. Come on, serious. Ride like you want to beat somebody. Look to the second barrel. Look. Good girl. Look. Ride, look up. Come on, get up there. Now look past the third barrel to the gate. Look at the gate. Much better. Get out there.
It was a pretty great feeling to go around the pattern and just feel him actually move off of my leg when I asked him to, and then move forward to the next one and pick up his shoulder and move off of my leg and bend around every barrel. I mean, it was really the best pattern I've ever had on him, and I wouldn't have had it without coming here.
So, what did you learn from this whole experience today?
That I need to ride him more, that I need to make him pay more attention to me. I just need to be a little more attentive to...
A lot more driving, be
Right.
more aggressive, get from point A to point B.
Right.
Okay? He didn't stall out hardly at all today, did he?
No, he was so much better around every barrel, even, I mean, it just makes it all clear that he didn't have a foundation, but I'm not doing the right thing either.
Yes, you were both
So,
50-50. He
right.
didn't have any foundation, and you were basically just a passenger on a horse.
Right.
You got to be a driver on the horse.
Right.
When you're a driver on the horse, he'll do much better. Okay, so I've given you the crash course. Now I'm going to give you the real course, which is go home and get this thing broke.
Right.
Don't ride it for the next week. Go get the fundamentals kit and practice all your groundwork. Get this thing not acting like a barrel racing horse.
Right.
And then when you get on him, go and get control of the 5 body parts. Get him flexing better, backing better, yielding his hindquarters, yielding his forequarters. And then in a couple of weeks, then come back to the barrel again and do
Right.
everything I've showed you.
Right.
And you'll probably find when you come back 2 weeks from now, he'll be a whole nother different horse again.
Right, half the problems
You've
won't
got
be
to
there.
give him the foundation that he never got when he was a 2-year-old.
Right.
You got a house that's built on a slippery slope and it keeps crumbling and you can't figure out why.
Right.
Build it on a solid foundation so that way when you have a little trouble, you can always go back to your foundation and rebuild your house again.
Right.
Okay? Next thing you need to do is you're going to need to take him away from home and school him just like we're doing here. Go rent an arena for an hour once a week and practice just what we did.
Right.
Practice some of it going slow, some of it going medium, and some of it what? Going fast. Because if you only practice it slow, he will chump you when you go to galloping.
Right.
He'll know. That's the biggest mistake they make. They go to these exhibitions and they lope around, lope, oh, he's good. And then when they go run for the money, they whip and spur, and then the horse cheats them and they can't figure out why.
Right.
Well, you're telling the horse you're at a barrel race because you're galloping.
Right.
If you don't ever practice galloping, how's he ever going to get good at galloping?
Right.
Okay? You've made a lot of improvement, but I think that you and this horse can get way, way better yet. Way better yet, okay? That run that you put together, how would you rate that as far as any of the runs he's ever done? Is that the best run he's ever done, the second best, you know?
I would say so, because he always has cheated me on one barrel, and I think here, that's the nicest pattern I've been able to run on him and say, around a barrel, he did good.
Yes, yes.
So I would say it was the best pattern I've ran on him.
Get him to not think he knows everything that you're about to do.
Right.
Does that make sense? I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay? When I yell at you, it's because I'm yelling at you because I'm trying to get you to ride. I'm trying to get you to
Right.
go through some stuff.
Right.
Does that make sense? Because if I just said, Samantha, whatever you want to do, it's okay with me.
I wouldn't get any better.
You wouldn't get any better.
Right.
So when I yell at you, it's not because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm yelling at you to get you to step up to another level.
Right.
Step up to be a better leader for your horse.
Right.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, mate, for more Down Under Horsemanship right after this.
Clinton Anderson's Down Under Horsemanship TV, the most popular horse training show on television. Now you can watch it anytime, anywhere, at the click of a mouse. DownUnderHorsemanship.tv brings you unlimited access to the latest TV shows featuring Clinton Anderson and his world-renowned training methods. Instruction, innovation, and inspiration are now available right at your fingertips. Visit DownUnderHorsemanship.tv to get your adventure started.
In horse training, experience is the sum of feel and timing.
And to get both right, it's crucial to have the proper tools, mate.
Introducing the Training Essentials Collection from Clinton Anderson. Much copied, but never duplicated. You can feel the energy difference in Clinton's halter and lead. A thin weave of the rope applies pressure more effectively, discouraging leaning. The nose knots, strategically placed at key pressure points, increase handling leverage. The long headpiece, short throat latch design keep the cheek pieces out of the eye area, and the easy adjust fit make the halter adaptable to every purpose. The heavy-duty yachting rope lead maximizes the energy in training exercises. The heavy-duty snap and easy release knot keep it simple and safe. The weighted end acts as an added training aid. The complete halter and lead set serves as the perfect tool for groundwork exercises. See your horse respond instantly to the unique training cues only Clinton's handy stick and string can deliver. Move your horse in and out of your space with ease. Sensitized to pressure, desensitized to distracting stimuli, 4 feet long to keep you safe. With a non-slip, ergonomic grip for better handling, and a 6-foot string with a weighted end and popper for guaranteed attention. Its sturdy fiberglass shaft won't bend or break like a traditional lunge whip. Its rubber tip has a built-in eye to make attaching the string easy. Together, the stick and string are ideal for ground training exercises.
So improve your timing and your feel with my Training Essentials and take your horsemanship experience to a whole new level, mate.
Clinton Anderson, world-renowned horseman, has designed one of today's most unique handcrafted saddles. Combining time-worn traditions with the latest innovations in saddle making, Clinton and Martin Saddlery have created the ultimate Aussie saddle, hand-tooled, double-stitched out of premium leather. It's tree handcrafted from Dakota pine. The perfectly engineered fiberglass seat guarantees a natural fit. Eliminates pressure points. This is a saddle built with real life in mind. It gives a rider unique balance, security, comfort, a strong seat, and a perfect fit. Maximizing performance for you and your horse through coordinated movement, a secure and balanced seat, free range of motion, just as nature intended. Clinton Anderson combines the perfect combination of Aussie and American saddle making. Clinton Anderson Aussie Saddle, made exclusively for Down Under horsemanship. Call or click to order today, or shop our store at a Clinton Anderson Tour event near you.
No, I think today there was a lot of improvement in our horse. I'd say at least 75% improvement than what it was the first day at the arena when she was competing. You know what I mean? It's a whole different horse today. Not perfect, but a lot better. And a lot of that was because we got the horse soft and supple, we did the bending exercises, we got Samantha being an effective leader, and we told the horse, whatever direction you think you're gonna go, I'm gonna go the opposite. And we taught the horse to wait for her to call the shots.
I am so surprised at the result that I got in 3 days. I mean, he's a total different horse. He's softer. He certainly moves off the barrel if I ask him to. He's still kind of thinking for himself, but I could have never got this far without coming here.
I think the biggest thing that I had to get across to Samantha is to be an effective leader for a horse, be an effective rider. She was too busy being a passenger. He would mess up and do something bad, and she'd just sit there and not know what to do.
Clinton's method is much easier to follow than anybody else's. It's straightforward, it's to the point, it's not a lot of lollygagging around, and you get instantaneous results. And that, I think, is the most rewarding of the whole program, is you can go out and work your horse for 15 minutes, and if you do it how Clinton tells you to do it, you can walk away 15 minutes later and your horse will be better. He may not be perfect, he may not be exactly where you wanted him to be, but he will be better, and you'll see a difference. And that, I think, is the most appealing of the whole program, is no matter what disc I put in, if I want to go try it the next day, even if I do 5 minutes of a 20-minute exercise, I will see the next day that I did 5 minutes of that exercise. I'm very excited to go home and do the fundamentals and really work with him on some groundwork and get back up there and maybe put a pattern in front of him again.
I think, honestly, that horse and Samantha are going to get a lot better, especially if she goes home and follows my method and goes and gets the horse even better than what we made him in the last couple of days. However, if she goes home and goes back to her old habits and does everything the way she used to do him, he'll get worse and worse and worse until he's back to what he was, okay? So I think there's a lot of improvement still to be made, but I think the horse has come leaps and bounds on what he was here a couple of days ago.
It's rewarding to go around and visit people, all over the world that feed your hay from here in Idaho.
Whenever you cut the hay, why you naturally can dry it with no chemicals added.
It's got to be the right protein level, it's got to have the right color, it's got to have the right moisture. We don't just allow the bale to define the end product.
Hi, this is Dr. Judy Reynolds. This week's Feed Fact is the benefits of feeding fats. Compared to grain, fat is digested more efficiently by horses. Also, when they eat fat, they don't get a sugar high, and this can help with behavior. Horses can also perform longer because there's less fatigue associated with burning fat as a fuel. It's very important that you provide a fat-added diet to your horse. The best of those would be our Glow for Life line of feeds.